Pronunciation, intonation, and conversations. Consider the following just short dialogues. Where are you going? To Kansas. Where are you going? Second, you should call your dad. I called my dad. Third, this lesson is easy. You're right, it is easy. Let's look at 3 general intonation rules helpful in conversations. The first one is that intonation changes so that it almost always focuses on new or important information. The question, where are you going? Where are you going? Has basic intonation with going, receiving the most stress or focus in the sentence. The reply was, to Kansas. Then the same question was asked, but this time the stress moved to you. Where are you going? While you was not new information, it was the important word in the question. If the speaker repeated the question with the emphasis on going, the listener would have felt weird. It would have felt like the speaker had not heard the original question. Intonation in a sentence also changes to point out contrast or corrections. The speaker said, you should call your dad, with normal stress on the final noun in the sentence. But the reply emphasized called because it wanted to correct the original comment. A typical sentence that demonstrates contrast in a sentence is, I have some bad news and good news. Another example of emphasizing the contrast would be, I want a used book, not a new book. Intonation is also used to indicate agreement. The speaker says, this lesson is easy, with the natural focus on the last word in the sentence. The listener replies with agreement, shifting the focus to is. It is easy. How about, I think that everyone should have long weekends. The listener replies, they should. Or, the summer's been so hot. The listener replies, it has been. Switching the stress to the verb shows agreement. In the next video in this series, you're going to be looking more closely at word stress as syllables. The important rule to keep in mind is that sentence stress will overrule word stress. In order to emphasize new or important information, we may change how much stress a particular word or syllable gets. That's the same for indicating contrasts or corrections as well as for showing agreement.